Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. Somebody in the chat let me know that we're live and y'all got some audio. Appreciate everybody tuning in. If you're brand new, make sure you're subscribed every single day. Almost. We have a new video on the bing bangs and the boo lots and chasing critters and everything in between. I appreciate everybody jumping in. We already got Nick and Half Mile Excavation, Chris and Carvin, Aubrey, T. DeBerry. Who else is in here? Old Randall's in here. Randall, man, I still wear that Jamie Johnson hat that you gave me like over 2 years ago. That's still like my favorite hat, man. I had it on yesterday. I normally keep it in my truck. But I was thinking about you, Randall, when I was filming some videos this week because I was wearing your hat. Apostolic Outdoors. I saw, man, Remington on their Instagram today reposted one of your pictures. So if you haven't seen that already, that's pretty cool. When you get a big Instagram account like that to post one of your pictures. Apostolic got one of his Instagram pictures reposted by Remington today. That's pretty cool. But appreciate everybody tuning in. If you haven't been to one of these lives before, we normally just sit here and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But super quick, before I jump into the chat, let me address a couple things. So last night, Jeremy's in here. What's up, Jeremy? My buddy. I had a 338 Win Mag video come out last night. I was super excited about. But my buddy Randall texted me right when the video came out and said, "Man, there's no audio." So, sure enough, the first 3 minutes of the video, somehow there was no audio. I went back and re-edited it and already uploaded the video. But when I upload videos, it normally takes two or 3 days before YouTube approves it and says, "Yeah, I can have that video come out." So that 338 Win Mag video, I'm super excited about it because we haven't done a video on 338 Win Mag in almost 2 years, and it's one of my two favorites. So, long story short, I had to steal the scope off of it for something else, but finally put a scope on it. You guys have been asking about it. Finally put a scope on it, but I didn't have audio in the video. I edit so many videos, I just edit them and boom, that's it. I don't like go watch them again because that takes so much time. So I just assumed it was good and then it wasn't good. And then Randall let me know it was no good. There was two things I wanted to talk about right off the jump. That was one of them. There'll be two 338 Win Mag videos come out this week, if that's what floats your boat like it does me. So stay tuned for that. The other thing, I don't remember what I was going to talk about, but last night, my boy got his very first turkey. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you would have already seen those pictures. So if y'all are feeling froggy and you guys are on the Instagram and the Facebook, make sure you go to the description down below. It's in the description of every single video, how to find us everywhere, Instagram, Facebook, all over the place on everything. So if you're a big turkey person, go check out Instagram and Facebook. We've already got pictures of that turkey up, but my boy called in a turkey and we blasted him. And you will never guess what we got that turkey with. You will never guess it. It's going to be an insane video. I hope it goes viral. Him getting his very first turkey. But also, what he got that turkey with, we have a ton of videos coming out with that, and I'm super excited about it. It's a crazy thing. We'll call it a thing. I don't want to spoil it. But this week's going to be full of videos that I'm super, super excited about. Y'all don't want to miss it. Make sure you're subscribed and got the bell rung because there's a whole bunch of videos. I say that every time. We got a bunch of cool videos coming out. This week, it is a whole bunch of videos coming out that are super, super awesome. Now, I see y'all in the chat. It was not the judge. No, it was not the judge. I don't want to say anymore. Shout out to James. What's up, James? Hope you're having a good week. But happy Sunday, everybody. It's Palm Sunday today. What are you guys talking about in the chat? We got all those random announcements and stuff on my mind out of the way. What do y'all want to talk about? We got no agenda. We're just hanging out tonight. Clardy says, evening. Haven't caught a live video in a while. Way too long. Hope things are going well. Things are going good. I'm busy, but I can't complain. It's going to rain this week, which that's kind of a bummer. That always messes up my filming. But hey, if you're in the video, I got this crazy system. I don't know how it works, but I can click your comment and we can sit here and talk about like that, whatever you want to talk about. What else you guys talking about in the chat? Mikey says, do 350 versus 300 blackout video. That gets requested a couple times a week. So we're going to do that. I can't tell you when, but I know it's already on the list because so many of you guys have requested that. So everybody requested some more, and it'll jump up even higher on the list. Zach says, hey, I like that picture of that buck on your picture there. Robert says, hey, thanks for all the videos. We enjoy them. Was it Bobby who got the turkey? Nope, it was not Bobby who got the turkey. Bobby, excuse me for a second. I'm trying to fix something on this feed. There it goes. Bobby is not too hot on the hunting as much as his brother. Was the other one. Shane says 22,250 on a turkey. Nope. That would be illegal. That's against the law here. I don't know if it is everywhere. I assume it is most places, but if it was legal, we probably would have. But no. Steve, that is kind of along the same lines. Does anyone use a rifle for turkey? I'm sure lots of people do. But in most states, I'm pretty sure it's against the law. You get in big trouble. I'm sure people do things against the law, whatever. But if you're filming it, you definitely got to follow the regulations and all that. You'll be in big trouble. It's not worth all that fooling around to. Zach says, do 300 Win Mag versus 300 Rum. That's coming down the line too. Speaking of the 300 Rum, I haven't had that one out in a while. I'm trying to get the barrel threaded on that one so we can do some suppressed 300 Rum. Nobody does that, and I think it'd be a whole lot of fun. Then I need to get some subsonic 300 Rum, which probably kind of defeats the purpose of 300 Rum, but that's kind of what we do, is make videos on ridiculous, silly things. It's kind of what we do. What else are you guys talking about? Lapua, David says, coming soon. So I will most likely have that one out this week. That's been a big topic here recently, the 338 Win Mag and the 338 Lapua. And I've been telling you guys, I had to take the scopes off of those. I had nice scopes on both of them, and then I had to rob the scopes for some other projects. Well, I got in a scope for the 338 Win Mag, and I got a scope for the 338 Lapua. I haven't put it on the Lapua yet, but I'm planning on doing it this week so I can have that one out at the range. Assuming we have enough days without rain. I think Monday and Tuesday is supposed to rain this week. Snoopy says, what's up? What's up, Snoopy? I'm glad you joined in. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good week. Space Addict says, what? Now you're speaking my language here. I could talk about this stuff all night. What's your favorite, coolest animal you ever hunted? That's a hard one to answer. People ask me this type of stuff all the time, so I kind of have some answers keyed up. If I could only hunt one forever, I would pick whitetail deer. But as far as my coolest, my favorite hunt I've ever been on was mule deer hunting in Montana. I took a mule deer with my buddy Clayton, had a blast. We were on horseback in the mountains in Montana, and I got a mule deer. Awesome trip. But the coolest animal is probably a Sika deer. There's a video of that hunt. I was down in Texas and got a Sika deer. And that was just an absolute blast. That's probably the coolest animal I ever hunted. It's different, kind of weird. It's got big antlers. I think those are originally from Japan, but you go to Texas and hunt, you can get just about anything. And sad to say, that ranch actually went up for sale because too many Mexicans. That ranch was 70 miles from the border. I talked to the ranch manager last week, and they sold the ranch because they couldn't get any hunters to come down because there was just Mexicans trespassing on the ranch the whole time. Even when I was there, like 15 months ago, hunting, we were getting Mexicans on the trail cameras. So, yeah, don't get me started about talking about all that. Anyways, what else you guys talking about? Let me see here in the chat. Y'all are going crazy. When we do these, I've been like half an hour behind in the chat, so I'm gonna try to keep up with the chat. Keys says, do a video on Derringers. Racking my brain. We've got almost 2,000 videos, guys. But racking my brain, I think I've only done one video on a Derringer, and that was last summer. And I think it was a 9mm Derringer. But yeah, we definitely need to do more because I've only done one video on it. Got the turkey with the spud gun. No, but that would probably actually be a good video. Lazy says, do you mess with any AR-10 308s? Yes. I've got a ton of videos on mine. It's a CMMG Endeavor. It's a 308 long barrel. I've got tons of videos on it. Deer hunting. I got a monster fallow deer with my AR-10. I've got a couple videos taking it out to 1,000 yards. If you just type in WHOTEEWHO 308 or WHOTEEWHO CMMG Endeavor, that's a lot to type in. You'll find it. But yeah, we got a ton of videos on AR-10s. Dale went to the range today with the Henry 44 mag. I've never tried one of those, but that's also an ammo. I have my eyes out for ammo all the time, everywhere I go. I have not seen 44 mag on a store shelf in over 2 years. Anytime I see something weird, I pick it up because you never know when you're going to see it again, and I haven't seen that one in a long time. Ghost says, still want to see you shoot gallon jugs of frozen liquid. We've done that before with frozen 5-gallon buckets, where I took 5-gallon buckets, filled them up with water, and dropped them in a deep freeze. Now my freezer's stock full of deer meat. But when I first got my freezer, I froze a bunch of 5-gallon buckets. And I think we hit them with 4570. But I haven't ever done milk jugs with frozen. I probably had to empty out my freezer and eat quite a bit of deer meat before we could try that. Maxwell, this is an interesting question. So, I by no means am a turkey expert. I've never even gone out myself and hunted turkeys. I have 0 turkey hunting videos. But my son got one yesterday with me. It was just the two of us. Just to be kind of hilarious, I went to Sportsman's Warehouse this past week in town, and I said, I'm going to buy the cheapest turkey call I can find. I bought a $15 box call. It's in the video. I don't have it right here. It's out in my truck. All right, I'll show you. It's $15, cheapest box call they had, and that's what I used. You'll see it in the video this week. Saw that turkey at 100 yards, and I walk, and here he come. Boom, that turkey was on a rope and came straight to us from 100 yards out in the pretty thick woods. But you'll see that video. But I'm not going to try to say like I know anything about turkey hunting because I don't. But I think a lot of it's like seemingly like deer hunting. Everybody has their favorites, but at the end of the day, you could probably make a sound with your mouth and turkey will probably run in. All the turkey experts will get mad at me in the chat, but I think turkeys are kind of a bunch of dumb birds. That's my opinion. What else you guys talking about? Man, I'm already behind in the chat. Man, the chat's flying by. I appreciate everybody jumping in here tonight. JD, what are you talking about? Appreciate the super chat. What caliber has given you better results on deer, 308 or 270? Well, I'll tell you literally my experience. I've taken deer with both of them. and the deer I took with a 308 was a heart shot, and it only went about 20 yards. That video is up on the channel. And the deer I shot with the 270 was a double lung shot, and it went about 30 yards. So I kind of made a lot of mention of it in a video I did a little while back. I think the title was called the Ultimate Deer Caliber, Ultimate Deer Cartridge or something. But me, my opinion, I don't care if you have a 308 or 270. They're both good. Between those two, I'd probably pick a 270. But I've taken deer with both, and they haven't gone far. But it's more about shot placement than it is caliber cartridge to me. You could have a 22 250 or 22 mag and hit them in the right spot, and they're going down. But then you gut shot them with your 308. That's not going to do you any good, right? But to me, it's more about shot placement. Between those two, I'd pick a 270. But I've taken deer with both of those, and neither one of them went anywhere. But that's just my take on it. Jeffrey Bean, man. I appreciate Jeffrey big time. Jeffrey is in the chat literally every single night and commenting. If you guys are new, I literally read every single comment every day on all the videos. And I'm actually going back in time answering ones that I missed. Today I was answering comments from 8 months ago. Sometimes some squeeze through the cracks and I have to go back and find them. But I do my best to read and respond to every single comment every single day. So I appreciate y'all big time. That's how I know everybody in the chat, because I see you and talk to you guys every single day. Also, if you're new, we have a new video every day and we do a live chat every night, and I absolutely love it. Scott, that's an interesting question. I actually did a video a while back called 7mm 08 ammo test. There's a couple things to point out there. You can't just say, here's the best 7mm 08 ammo, and here's why. My rifle could actually, I'll tell you what my rifle likes. I'll tell you the answer to that video. But if you want to type in 7mm 08 ammo test, WHOTEEWHO, you'll find it real easy. My rifle, my 7mm 08, it likes Remington core locked ammo. The cheaper green and yellow old school Remington core lock. I took a deer with it 2 years ago on film. There's that video up on the channel. But before I went on that deer trip, I did the 7mm 08 ammo test and ran them through my Ruger American. That's my 7mm 08. And mine likes the Remington core lock the best. Yours might like, some kind of Winchester deer season or what have you. So you could have, typically, the more money you spend on the ammo, the more better it is, as far as consistent loadings and all that. But it depends on your rifle. Everybody's rifle likes something different. Sometimes the most expensive will do the best, but mine, for example, and there's video proof of it, mine likes the cheapest 7mm 08 ammo I had, which was a Remington core lock. So when you ask like that, really you just have to kind of test and see what yours likes best. But talking about that, we filmed that video ammo test with almost every caliber I have. That's kind of one of the things that I do when I get a new cartridge in. I'll go find all the ammo I can. Sometimes it's only 3 types. Sometimes it's 10. I haven't done the 30-06 yet because I've kind of been putting it off because I have like 12 or 15 types of ammo for 30-06, and I know it's going to be a pain to film and taking like half a day. But I'm going to do that one soon. But 270, 450 Bushmaster, 350 Legend was a big one. Just about every type of cartridge, if you type in WHOTEEWHO 270 ammo test, we've done a bunch of ammo tests. If you like to see that type of thing, we do a lot of like precision group testing type stuff with a bunch of different cartridges. That's one of my favorite things to do. What else you guys talking about? Yeah, Apostolic says, do what works best for you and run with it. Don't spend a bunch of money. Yeah. So I'll talk about that for a second. The industry, the chasing critters industry, they prey on people big time. Scents, camouflage, all that stuff. They take advantage of the fact that people want to go find that big deer, and they'll do anything to get that big deer or that big turkey. So, oh, some guy on TV used that $200 turkey call and he got a monster turkey. I need to go get that $200 call. Well, what people don't really realize is they've probably been fattening that turkey up for months on some corn on somebody's private farm. They paid that guy to use that call, and it's all a big scam. I mean, I never realized it until I got super deep into this whole bings bangs business. And that's why I quit watching hunting on TV, because I met a bunch of the people and it's just all fake. Anyways, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. John Waddell. But let me round that off, Apostolic, to his point. Use what works for you and what you're confident in. And if you don't have a whole lot of experience in having your mindset on figuring out what works for you, talk to some honest people around you or in your community, some people who are successful in chasing the critters. And if they're honest, good people, they'll give you good information, what works for them. And if it works for them in your area, it'll probably work good for you. If you don't have anybody like that, ask me. I'll give you all the information I can get you off of my head. I by no means am the most experienced, but I've taken a lot of whitetail. I got my first turkey yesterday. My boy did. So I can tell you about that story. But John, I appreciate the super chat. That means a lot. Appreciate you big time. Farmer K says, are you feeling okay? I feel great. I feel fantastic. I appreciate you asking. Good to see you. What else you guys talking about? I got to catch up. Oh, man, I missed a bunch of comments. I saw some I needed to answer. John says, have you shot the 300 blackout suppressed? No, but very soon. Very soon. It's on the way. Stay tuned. I'm trying to get another 300 blackout. I need one in a bolt. But yeah, or in a break action. I'd take a single shot actually, but I want to get another one. What else you guys talking about? Tubby. That's kind of a random question. 300 Win Mag or 300 Weatherby? If they were the same price and I could find the ammo just as good, I would pick 300 Weatherby. So just because of the ballistics, I've actually studied that one, and it's awesome. But 300 Weatherby, you don't ever see the ammo on the shelves, and the ammo is very expensive, and the Bing Bang is very expensive. So between those two, just based on that alone, I would go 300 Win Mag. So yes, the 300 Weatherby has a lot better performance and a lot better ballistics. I shouldn't say a lot better, but really, I mean, unless you're trying to shoot deer at like 700 yards or something, the difference doesn't really matter. Or you're hunting something extremely large like a moose, and you really just need that little extra horsepower because you just spent 20 grand on a moose hunt. Then you might want to go with that one. But even in that case, 300 Win Mag would probably do you just fine. Maxwell, I get to ask this a lot. No, I do not. We may be doing some videos on it here soon, next month actually. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. What else you guys talking about? What? Some of y'all are talking about some crazy stuff in here. C1 says, "What's up, Hooster?" What's up, C1? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. We're going to make that happen. Sneak peek for the people in the live. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We're going to do some 300 PRC videos real soon. What is today? April the 10th. I don't know when the first one will be out. Probably in a couple weeks, maybe, if I can make it happen. We already got 300 Win Mag. I actually want another 300 Win Mag because mine, I kind of lost my confidence in it. I got a 300 WSM that I love, and then I'm getting a 300 PRC to do videos on. So that should be a whole lot of cool. Should be a whole lot of cool. That makes no sense. Should be a whole lot of fun. Terry says hello. Hello, Terry. Mark Griffin, only one. What would you pick? If I could only have one bolt action, I would pick my CVA Cascade in 22-250. But if I could only have one period, I would pick my AR just because, protect my house, my family, all that jazz. Easier, which I picked my CMMG Resolute in 223. What else you guys talking about? Robert says, agree with the 44 mag we're talking about. I haven't seen the ammo on the shelves in 2 years. Got it when I see it. Get it when you see it. Last time it was 60 beans for it. Yeah. Hi. Joel, I appreciate the super chat. Joel's in the videos all the time. I see you in the chat all the time. Appreciate you, Joel. Byron says, hey, from South Africa. Hey, from the USA. I appreciate you tuning in. What else you guys talking about? Alfred says, any 25-06 videos this season? That is on the list of ones that I want to film, yes. And mine, I'm going to try to get... we can't give away too many secrets here, man. But yes. So let's talk about that real quick. So one of my goals is to film a deer hunt with every single cartridge, starting at the top. So we've already filmed deer. Let's just go down the list. I've taken a lot of deer before I started filming videos, but it doesn't count if it's not a video. So on camera, on the channel right now, you can find hunting videos with 308, fallow deer, 243, black buck, 243, whitetail, 30-06 on a red stag, 4570 on an axis deer, 338 Win Mag on a Psycha deer, 338 Win Mag on a hog. What else? I'm trying to think about the animals on the wall. 338 Lapua versus mule deer. FK Bernaud 7.5 versus rams. What else? 6mm Creedmoor versus deer. I'm sure I'm leaving some off the list, but one of my goals is, Alfred made me think of it, is to have a deer hunting video of every single cartridge. So starting with the more popular, kind of, sort of, also which ones I think will get the most views and bunch that together. That being said, what's high on the list for this year? 350 Legend. I want to have a deer video with that. 25-06 that Alfred's asking about. I love that one. I haven't taken that one out in a while. We need to come up with some video ideas to get the 25-06 out. That's another one of my favorites. But yeah, 350 Legends high on the list. 25-06 is high on the list. 7mm 08. That's one we also have deer hunting footage of. What else? 22-250 is high on the list. I want a whitetail with 22-250. Anyways, yeah, Alfred, 25-06 is on the list. Also, looking at your picture, it's already in the plans. We're going to film an antelope hunt this year. I haven't quite decided which one we're taking. Probably won't be the 25-06. But there's going to be antelope hunting. There's also going to be buffalo hunting this year. So make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned and have that bell rung because we got a lot of stuff coming out. this week we got a turkey hunting video coming out. Not everybody's into the hunting stuff. I love it. Some people just like the ballistic stuff. Some people just want to see stuff explode. So I try to do my best to make videos that everybody wants to see. Nerdy ballistic stuff, hunting stuff, blowing stuff up, caliber comparisons. I try to do a healthy mix of making videos that everybody wants to see, keep people coming back, keep you on your toes. I promise you this week, we're going to cross off a lot of people's boxes with the videos we got coming out. You can see the smile on my face. I'm looking kind of goofy because I'm super excited about the videos we're coming out this week. I'm super excited about the videos we're filming this week that'll come out next week. I'm telling you, we're having a blast. We had a blast last week. Had a blast 2 weeks ago down in Florida chasing iguanas. If you didn't see those videos, you need to go check them out. This past week, we filmed some really fun videos that are coming out this week, including my turkey hunt with my son. It's going to blow your mind. But yeah, and we got some really fun stuff coming out. I'll just leave it at that. What else you guys talking about? Have you shot or heard of 300 Win subsonic? Seen it on Midway? No, but now that you mention it, I will keep an eye out for it. Because this year I'm going to try to do a whole bunch of suppressed stuff, and we're going to do a whole bunch of suppressor videos. I'm trying real hard because that's a section of stuff that I've never filmed. And I got to have videos on everything. But I'll keep an eye out for it. Robert says 7mm, his pick. 7mm is a good one. Both the 08 and the mag. 7mm mag. Have we done any hunting with that? No, I don't think so. So that one's on the list too. What else you guys talking about? Yeah. How far behind am I? Man, I'm like 15 minutes behind the chat already. But yeah, Kasuli pretty much said exactly what I was saying. Let me catch up to you guys here in the chat. I'm fast scrolling here. Bob said he took a deer with a 303 British. That's on the list too. I haven't done that yet. I need to do that because, believe it or not, in the U.S., not very many people hunt with 303 British. But man, like Canada and Australia, those jokers, man, are always saying, we deer hunt with the 303 British. You need to hunt with it. I'm like, okay, I will. But that's one that we need to get on film. Budget says, what's up? Hope everyone's well. Everybody's good. Cheers, man. What else you guys talking about? Jonathan says, would you come to Oklahoma? Yeah, if you got deers to smoke, hey, let me know. We'll come down to Oklahoma and smoke them. If any of y'all have friends or family that's like, hey, come get some deer, smoke some does on camera, call me. We'll show up with the cameras and blast them. This year, I want to make like 30 whitetail videos. We'll see what we can do to make that happen. So let me know if you got them in Oklahoma. We'll come get them. Half Mile says to help with the turkey mount for the young'un. That will be in a video. We're putting it on the wall, and it's going to be pretty cool, actually. But yeah. What else are you guys talking about? Thanks for the super chat, Half Mile. Half Mile also has a channel. If y'all aren't subscribed to him, a lot of times I'll have a video come out at 8, and he'll have a video come out right after it. But if y'all aren't subscribed to Half Mile, go check him out. He's a lot smarter dude than I am, especially when it comes to this stuff. I'm scrolling through the chat and trying to catch up at the same time. Dobby says, do you have anything on a Savage Axis 6.5 Creedmoor? Yep. We got videos on it. If you type in WHOTEEWHO Savage Axis 6.5 Creedmoor, you will find them. Or just WHOTEEWHO 6.5 Creedmoor. You'll probably find them. But I think at least 2 on it. 2. I think one we sighted it in, and the second one we did an ammo test. I think. I'm pretty sure. What else you guys talking about? Ooh, that brings up something, Chad. Chad says, thanks for the 7.62 by 39 Ruger videos. That one's very high on the list that I want to take a deer with. I might do the 350 Legend first, and that one second. That's very high on the list. Simply because there's like no deer hunting videos of that. Not very many people take that deer hunting. And if they do, they're not people that are filming it. That's not the cool thing to hunt with, you know. It's cool to me, but it's not cool to the people on TV making videos, you know. Which we already talked about. I don't even watch deer hunting on TV anymore because it's all a sham. Excavation says, I'm going to bet it takes till 9:45 before he gets his comment. I think I beat you. Well, it's only 8:36 where I live. You live on the East Coast? I can't remember. Anyways, Excavation, I appreciate the super chat. Big time. That means a lot. Excavation's in all the videos. He's also got a channel. If you guys want to check him out, go check him out and subscribe. And wow, my throat's really dry tonight. What else are you guys talking about? I'm getting close in the chat here, so keep chatting. I'm squirrely. I was about to shut my camera off. That's random. I gotta have the camera on, or we can't have the video. Ray J says, you get a 35 Remington yet? Nope. Did not. One of my buddies got one last year, and in one of my ammo runs, I found some 35 Remington ammo. So I bought 2 boxes. I gave him 1 box, and then I kept 1 box. So I have a box of the ammo, but I don't have the thing to fling them out of yet. What else you guys talking about? Tex Patriot says Weatherby Magnums are stupid a big percent of the time. I kind of agree with you. We got to do some videos on them, though, because I got to have videos of everything. That's really my goal. If you type something in, you find my videos. Hunting with Grayson, 308 or 30-06. We probably need to do some more videos on that. But that's so hard because on one hand, it's easier to find 308 ammo. You know, 2 years ago, you could find 308 and 30-06 in every single store, tons of it. Right now, I haven't seen 30-06 ammo on the shelf where I live in like 2 years. You can find the 308, but not the 30-06. So, I've got deer hunting videos with 308. I shot a red stag this year with 30-06, and it smoked that dude. He didn't go very far. If I had to pick one of those two, and you put me on the spot and ask me the question, I would pick 30-06. But really, you're kind of better off going with 308. 30-06 doesn't really get you much better ballistically, and it's harder to find, and a lot of times it's more expensive. So 308 is a much better pick because of those reasons. But if you're making me pick one, I will pick 30-06. Half the people would agree with me, half the people would like 308. What else you guys talking about? Randall says, everybody hit the like button. Don't forget it. Hit it right now. I appreciate it, Randall. Man, I hope you're doing good. I don't know if you caught it right at the beginning, but I wore your hat you gave me, the Jamie Johnson hat this week, ma'am. I was thinking about you this week because I was wearing your hat. Hope you're doing good. I need to give you a call. I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody else, but I don't have any brass. But I've seen the ammo pop up in the stores here recently. Some of the match ammo has popped up in the stores here. Jeffrey says, got a Savage Axis 2 in 223. That's awesome. Appreciate the super chat again, Jeffrey. But that's one thing that I really like. That's another one I want to take a deer with is a 223 bolt action. Mine is a Remington 700 ADL, and I absolutely love it. I've let my kids hunt with it. They loved it. We have hunting footage of 223 and 22-250. I didn't mention those earlier when we talked about the hunting videos we've got, but 223 and 22-250 are on that list too. What else you guys talking about? Gary says, do you have any Tikas? No. Believe it or not, I have never even fired one in my entire life. Never have. I just haven't. Normally, when I go get something, I pretty much get the cheapest one I can find, and Tika is never on that list. But yeah, I need to get one though because we haven't filmed them, so I need to get one or borrow one or something. There's a pawn shop that's in the next county over from me that normally has lots of crazy stuff in there. I've been meaning to go down there and see if we can work out a deal where I can borrow stuff. Jason says 357 around and 14 to nowhere. He lives near me. I was just talking to him the other day. What are you guys talking about? Kevin says loves the hunting videos. Me too. That's my favorite. I'm probably going to edit the turkey one tonight. Aubrey says like the content variety. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you big time. Allie says 30-06. So that's an interesting thing. So whenever that comes up, 308 versus 30-06, all the old FUDs, no offense, say, oh, you can load a 220 grain projectile in the 30-06 and you can't in the 308. Yeah, but do you really need a 220 grain 30 caliber round? Where I live, they don't even sell that. So anywhere in the South, I've never once seen, in all my travels, I've never seen 220 grain 30-06 for sale in the store. Now, you talk to the people up north where they have bigger deer, they'll say, oh, that's all I hunt with is a 220 grain 30-06. So there is that whole conversation, but around here in the South, nobody even sells that stuff. And I would kind of argue that a 180 grainer would probably do just as fine, and you don't need the 220. But hey, if you got the 220 and you've had good luck with it, I'm not going to argue with you. More power to you. I'm not going to argue with anybody's experience. Josh says, when are you going to do some AR high hunts? I don't know if you're talking about helicopter hunts, but that would be a whole lot of fun. I've looked into them. They're also very expensive. I would like to, though. That would be a lot of fun if that's what you're talking about. Or just AR hunting, regardless. I need to film that too. What else you guys talking about in the chat? Randy says, what up? Hey, Randy, how you doing? I hope you're having a good week, man. What else you guys talking about? Kenny says, what's your favorite deer gun? My 22-250 and my 338 Win Mag. I get that question a lot. What else you guys talking about? People are saying slow down because there's too much chat. That's funny. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm catching up right now. I'm flying through the chats. I don't want to skip anybody. I wish I could sit here and literally pop up every single comment. Here's one. Any 280 or 300 WSM hunting in the future? So 300 WSM, there's a deer hunt with that one too. I forgot about that one. Man. 75FK. I don't know what you're talking about. Joseph says, do you plan on getting a 6.5 Grendel? Where you been, man? We already did a video with a 6.5 Grendel. I got one like 2 or 3 weeks ago. You got to keep up. You got to watch every single video or you're going to miss something. But seriously, though, Yes, I just got one, and yes, a bunch of videos coming very soon with that. Thanks for asking. Let me take another drink super quick. Brent says, got 2 of those Bushnell scopes. Thanks for the heads up. No problem. Anytime I see those deals, I always try to pop them up. What he's talking about is, I'll pop it up right here. This link, I found some $150 Bushnells. I just put it in the chat. If you go to that link, I always pop up deals and stuff if I find crazy deals. But I found a deal for some $150, $159 scopes that were on clearance for $59. They've bumped the price up this week to $69, but it's still like a third of the cost for some Bushnells. But yeah, anytime I'm finding deals that are ridiculous like that, I try to let everybody know about it. What else you guys talking about? Johnny says, would you take a pig with a 5.56? Absolutely. It's just like anything else. Shot placement. What do you EDC? I get that question a lot. Depends on the day or where I'm going, but the most common, Smith & Wesson Model 59. If you're not familiar with that, it's a double stack, 9mm. Also, Glock 21, which is a 45. Also, a Springfield XD-M in 10mm. Also, Taurus Spectrum 380, believe it or not. That one's in the pocket a lot of times. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it 99 times out of 100. Allie says, New Mexico has a large selection of big game. I think I'm hunting there this year. Maybe not. If I'm not there, I'll be somewhere close. But yeah, I've never actually been to Mexico myself, or New Mexico myself. But what else you talking about? David with the super chat. I appreciate the super chat big time. I appreciate you hanging out and watching the videos. Abel says he loves the videos. I appreciate you big time. That means a lot. This is an interesting comment. Bring something up. So everybody let me know in the chat, and I'm going to get up to the front and see what you say. But I was having this conversation with my dad the other day. When I was a kid, there were rabbits everywhere. But now, I'm in the woods all the time, y'all. Like, I'm in the woods a lot more often than most people. I can't tell you last time I saw a rabbit. I probably haven't seen a rabbit with my own eyes 3 or 4 years. At least where I am around here, something's happened to the rabbits. I don't know, too many people are hunting them, or there's too many coyotes, or what. But I was talking to my dad about that the other day. I've not seen a rabbit with my own eyes in forever. So y'all let me know if you have seen a decline in the rabbit population where you live. Scott says, Wilma or Betty. Appreciate the super chat. Scott O is in the chats every single night, and I appreciate you big time watching the videos. I have no idea what that means. I don't know if that's an inside joke or just 2 random words, or if that's from a show. I would pick Betty, though. I don't know what that means, but I'm picking Betty. What else you guys talking about? Gunning. Gunning's another one. Appreciate Gunning big time. Gunning is OG. Gunning's been watching the videos for a long time. Got to be years now. Appreciate the super chat. He says 300 blackout versus clay block at 100 yards and 200 yards. I actually just picked some clay up this week. I got to use it for something else, so I had to go back and get some more of it. 300 blackout. Have I even shot 300 blackout to 200 yards? Yes, I did, because I did the 300 blackout drop video. That's a good idea. I should be able to hit at 200 yards, don't you think? I think the same question popped up earlier. 308 or 270, either one of them just fine. If you're making me pick one, I'd pick 270, but either one of them just fine. It's more about which one can you hit what you're aiming at better, shot placement. What else you guys talking about? Man, some of y'all are going crazy in here. Two Brothers says, what's your all-time favorite cartridge? I think I kind of said it a little bit ago in a little bit of a different perspective, but I really love my 22-250. Close seconds, 338 Win Mag. That's just what I got to go with. Chris Morris says, any idea what you'll use for pronghorn when that hunt comes? I mean, I got a lot of ideas, but I don't quite know yet. There's a couple factors coming into play there. Where I'm hunting, I don't know the terrain yet. I haven't asked them. I'm hunting with some people. So it'll probably depend. If we need to take like 500-yard shots, that'll probably really narrow it down to something like a 7 mag or a 25-06. But if not long range, then it might mix it up. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll probably do something like, what do you want me to take? And we'll take a vote. I did that a year and a half ago. I went access deer hunting in May, I think, a year and a half ago. And I came on here and I said, hey, you guys vote. And that's what I did was I took the access deer with the 4570 because that's what you guys voted on. So maybe we could do something like that. That would probably actually be a lot of fun. Somebody remind me when it gets a little closer to hunting season that we need to do that. You guys are cracking me up. Some of y'all are blowing up the chat. I appreciate you jumping in the chat. All right. This is an interesting question. JD says, do you prefer the Ruger M77 or the Remington 700? Do you like the wood or synthetic stocks? Let me kind of break that down here. So that's not really a fair question because the Ruger M77 is already a premium rifle. The Remington 700, there's lots of different 700s. There's like a base layer, then there's ADL, BDL, CDL, and it depends on the price point. But if you just said you could only shoot one for the rest of your life, I would pick the Ruger M77. Now, I have a couple Remington 700s that I absolutely love. I have an ADL and 223. It'll put them in the same hole every time. And I have a from the 70s, I have a 30-06 BDL with iron sights that I just think is cool because it's kind of antique. Somebody say something from the 70s not antique. That's antique to me, man. It's over 50 years old. But that's not really a fair question, I don't think, because the M77, those are going for like $1,000 now or more. And you can get a Remington 700 for a lot less than that. But if you got the $1,000 700s, it'd probably be about a fair matchup. You'd be fine with either one of them. And then, do you like the wood or synthetic? I like wood better. I normally get synthetic just because it's cheaper. I have very few wood stocks just because of what we do, and I have to get so many in. I very rarely purchase a wood stock just because I gotta go with what's the cheapest, which is the synthetic. Anyways, you get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, good question. What else you guys talking about? There we go. We're talking about rabbits. So Chris says the coyote pack has wiped out rabbits around me. That may be what happened here. I don't know. Breakout says they see a bunch of rabbits. 357 says they got more rabbits now than they did in the 70s and 80s. So I don't know. What else you guys talking about? Excavation says they got rabbits. Aubrey hadn't seen a rabbit in a long time. Jared says, want to do any bobcat hunting? I want to hunt everything. What are you talking about? I want to hunt it all. What else you guys talking about? They got so many in Pennsylvania, you can't even have a garden. R4, he's got a channel too. Y'all subscribe to him if you haven't already. R4 says, how are you? I'm good, man. I hope you're doing good. What else you guys talking about? Pesky says, I got the scope you mentioned for my 7.62x39. Awesome. I absolutely love the 7.62x39. I don't have an AK or an SKS. I just have it in a bolt action. But Maxwell says, have you ever thought about trapping coyotes and fox and coons? Yes, I do. I used to have a bunch of trapping videos up, believe it or not, and we trapped all three of those, coyotes, foxes, and coons. Trapped a bunch of them. I had a freezer full of furs and videos on all of it. But the videos were just getting a bunch of bad press and a lot of haters and people flagging my videos. So I ended up taking all those videos down. I still do the trapping. I just don't put it in the videos. Our trapping season around here, it is in the wintertime during the same time as deer season. I don't think we're allowed to trap anything in the summertime. Anyways, but I do, and I used to have videos of it, but you can probably pick up what I'm laying down. It was just a bunch of people finding those trapping videos and then flagging me, and then I get in trouble with YouTube and all that. It just wasn't worth the views. Mark says, Chrono with the 22-250. I know I've seen it, though, if you don't remember. We did a 22-250 chronograph video. And some of them are over 4,000 feet per second. If you haven't seen that one, go check it out. Nicholas says, is CWD, chronic wasting disease, a concern with the deer in your area? No. I think there's a couple counties or something where they had a blurb come out that said, keep your eye out or come bring them in for testing or something. But I mean, it's counties I never even heard of. So no, it's not a problem here. Never has been. RS Breeze say for antelope, take 243 or 7mm 08. Chris says, I like the vote. Marty says, take the 35. He's voting for the 35. Two Brothers says, in New Hampshire, you can't hunt with 22 rifles. Tennessee, you didn't used to be able to, where I am. But like 5 years ago, they changed the law. It used to be it had to be bigger than 22. Now they said, as long as it's center fire, it doesn't matter. So we can't use rimfire, but we can use center fire. So now we can use 223, 22-250, stuff like that. Outdoorsman says, what do you think of the Mockingbird media? Never heard of it. I don't even know what that means. Some of y'all are kind of guessing about some of the videos that are coming out this week. I'm telling you, make sure you're subscribed and have the bell run because there's some super fun and exciting videos coming out this week. Even more and fun and exciting than normal. I'm trying to keep you guys on your toes. Everybody let me know if we're getting too boring and we'll come up with some more crazier videos. It's wild to have videos every day, and I absolutely do my best to have new videos every day and not to be like lame and boring and try to keep you on your toes and mix it up. I was talking about earlier, everybody wants to see something different. I try to bounce it around between nerdy and fun and all that stuff. Yaharo says, I guess that makes me antique. I was talking about 70s being antique. Rex, I appreciate the $4.99 super chat, super sticker. That means a lot. I appreciate you big time. What else you guys talking about? Y'all are talking about the M77s in the chat. I have one. I don't know if I told you, but it's the 25-06. Ricky says he hadn't seen a rabbit in 5 years. Yeah. Yeah. The 49th state. I like that. Says it was the $1,000 model back during Bummer. Yeah, my 25-06, I think I paid $900 some for, but that was also my buddy giving me a very good deal. I got it less than what it was worth. Robert, I don't have a good answer for you. I have no experience with slingshots. Maybe I should do some videos on some. What? I don't know what y'all are talking about. Some of y'all are getting crazy in the chat tonight. Silverback, what's the longest shot you ever took with the 9mm? 100 yards. That's actually one that's been on the list. I got a carbine I've been wanting to stretch out just to see to like 200 yards or something. But the longest I've ever taken 9mm was 100 yards, and it's in a video, and it's with the Sky, SCCY. Big Bird 57, I appreciate the super chat. He says, or she, I don't know. Big Bird says 338 Federal is my go-to for feral hogs. So back before all the craziness happened, a store near me always had 338 Federal on the shelf, but I've never known anybody to have something that could fire it. But I would imagine it would do a really good job on hogs. But I appreciate you tuning in, Big Bird. What else you guys talking about? Rex says 243 BDL. What do you think of a 240 Weatherby mag? So I have never tried the 240 Weatherby mag, and I can't recall. I know I've studied just about all the Weatherby magnums just because I'm curious, but I can't recall the ballistics off the top of my head. I would assume it's better than a 243 on paper, but I also know I've never seen the ammo anywhere, and I know the ammo is expensive. So I love 243. We got quite a few hunting videos with it, and I love it. I'm sure on paper 240 is better, but it's not a whole lot of good if it costs me a whole lot of money and I can't find it either. But that being said, I haven't seen a lot of 243 on the shelves either. At least not lately. Loso says you need to get an Arkin scope. I've had quite a few people tell me that. John says he likes the Burris scopes. I don't own any, but I've looked through some, and they look pretty good. What else you guys talking about? Big E uses 357 maximum and 445 super mag for hogs. Appreciate the super chat. I've never tried either one of those. WD says, thanks for the great content. Any experience with the Federal's terminal ascent? I don't think so. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the comment. I was trying to think. I have some Federal. The box that I'm thinking of is the what's the guy's name? Guy makes YouTube videos. He has his own brand of ammo. I want to say it's with that bullet. Deer meat for dinner or something like that is the guy's name. Anyways, I can't remember it. I think it's those bullets. I think I bought those specifically to go shoot 300 Win Mag at a mile. And it didn't work. My 300 Win Mag didn't like them, I think. But other than that, I don't think so. Hidden Spring says, I completely am talking about the trapping from a business standpoint. What about doing a Patreon with your trapping content? I mean, that's actually a valid point. I could put that stuff up everywhere else except YouTube. So that's a good point. One way or another, if you guys want to see trapping stuff, we'll put up trapping stuff. But yeah. What else you guys talking about? Whitetail. Oh, man. What else you guys talking about? y'all are saying some crazy stuff in the chat. I'm still trying to catch up. I'm almost to the. Brent says, any deer hunting with a handgun? If so, which one? So, I've tried in the past. Every time I've tried, I haven't seen any deer. I did take 2 rams with the 7.5 FK round. I'd like to film deer hunts with the 45 and the 10 millimeter. So, but no, aside from the 7.5 FK, we don't have any handgun hunting videos except for that one on some rams. Pesky says, is there anything you or your family need? No. I laugh because what I was going to say was a vacation, but not a vacation in the sense of going on vacation or going somewhere fancy. From the sense of having time to relax and just hang out with the family and stuff. So I don't hardly ever bring it up, but I work super hard to have a new video every day. And that's simply from the standpoint of the more videos I have up on the internet, the more searches I'm going to pop up in, and the faster the channel will grow. I try my absolute hardest to do everything within my power to help this channel grow and grow and grow and grow as fast as it possibly can. All of that without selling my soul to the devil and being true to myself and just being a regular, honest, truthful, black and white dude. So what I'm doing is just trying to do everything I can to work as hard as I can, to work harder than everybody else trying to do the same thing. So I never take a rest. I never take off work because I'm so paranoid about doing good and all that jazz. That will be my answer. What do you need? I need a nap. I need like a week off just to hang out with my kids. That's be what I need. So what I'm trying to do is, at one point I was like 2 weeks ahead on videos, where like the videos that would come out today, I filmed over 2 weeks ago. Now I'm flying by the seat of my pants again because last week it rained all the days that I had planned to go film. So I'm like back at it. We got to hit it hard and film like 5 videos a day. And then I got to sit down and edit them. I'm just a one-man show. I do all the filming and the editing and all that all by myself. So my answer to that question is I need a nap. And I'm working super hard this week to try to get ahead so I could take a day or 2 off and just relax, feel the breeze. Like I end up working every day. Like there's no weekend for me. I had to this morning. I edited a video early this morning for church. And yeah. Anyways, I'm not complaining. I'm working hard. But that would be my answer to that question. That was a super long answer to that question. But yeah, that's what I need is a nap. What else you guys talking about? Just another Patriots in here. I appreciate you big time. Just another Patriots, another one that's in the chat every night. and I always appreciate you stopping in. I'm catching up with you guys in the chat. Per says the time in Sweden's 4:05 in the morning. It's 9:05 here where I'm at. Ryan says, hey, been a bit since I've seen you. Been good to see you. Good to see you, Ryan. Hope you're having a good week. Tim says he's eating a can of Spam. I haven't had Spam in forever. Robert said if you had only one defensive handgun, what would it be? It would be a 45. So you can't go wrong with 45. That would be what I would pick. 45. John Wick, this is an interesting thing. Says you should do more cook and clean videos, but with a bearded dragon. So believe it or not, the catch, clean, cook videos always flop for me. So I was super excited about the video that came out a week ago. Catch, clean, cook iguanas. Who does that? That's like a pretty rare video. Like I would click on that video in a heartbeat. That catch, clean, cook iguana video flopped. It had the least amount of views of any video in like a year. And I was super excited about it. Like, I won't say that I was upset that it got no views, but nobody clicked on that video, which kind of makes me not want to do those type of videos anymore. That's my favorite stuff to do. So obviously I'm going to keep filming it, but I was super bummed out that catch, clean, cook iguana video got no views. I shouldn't say no views, but it didn't get many views. Excavation says, everybody hit the thumbs up. I appreciate the super chat, Excavation. I say this in a video that's coming out this week, but if you love Nikon, you need to check out Crimson Trace. So I've got some Crimson Traces, and they're awesome. Crimson Trace is the new Nikon. The price range, the glass quality, Crimson Trace is the new Nikon. If you love Nikons, I had some Nikons, then you need to check out Crimson Trace. I've never tried a tracked brand, but when I looked at them, I think they were a little more expensive. But if you like Nikons, go check out Crimson Trace. Take my word for it. I wouldn't steer you wrong. Nobody's paying me to say that. I wish people were. That's one thing. Let me stop and talk about that for a second. I got some comments this week. I'll say it again. They didn't upset me, but they disappointed me. So I know, myself included, but a lot of people get burned out on these videos. People who make videos similar to mine, who are absolute shills, and they're making videos because someone paid them to do it. And I know so much about this whole industry stuff that I could blow your mind with all this information. We're not going to talk about it, but you would really be surprised at how much people are getting paid just to tell you a bunch of baloney to sell you stuff. And I think it's unethical. But the point is, I wouldn't steer you wrong. But the thing about that upset me, I did a video last week. I got an AR wall mount, put it on the wall, ended up working really good. And I got comments on that video. Oh, I'm unsubscribing. You're such a shill. You're just doing paid ads all the time. I'm telling you right now. No, that was not the case at all. Like, I am not that guy who's getting paid a bunch of money to make a bunch of videos. That video with the AR mount on the wall, nobody paid me to make that video. I made that video on my own. It was just as it was in the video. It's a rainy day. I'm doing stuff at my house. This is one of the things I'm doing, and put that sucker on the wall. And there were people in the comments saying, oh, you're a sellout now. You're just doing paid ads. I didn't get paid a dime. Like, Y'all can ask people in the chat. There's several people in here that know me personally. I'm just a regular dude doing regular things. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. Oh, this guy just getting paid to do this stuff. I wish I was getting paid to do this stuff. I wish. But I'm not. Robert says, if you were underwater and a shark was attacking you, what would you use? I would probably, I don't think anything works very well underwater from some videos I've seen, but I would probably have something with a whole bunch of rounds in it, like the 223, just to improve my chances of actually getting it. Probably one on each hand. I don't know. Interesting question, but that's probably what I would do. Observer says you should do a hunt with a 300 blackout Resolute. I'm going to film a 300 blackout hunting video. If I don't have a different one before then, I'm going to do it. Jim, is it true you can only use shotguns to hunt on public lands? Depends on where you're at. So where I live in Tennessee, there are tons of public land spaces where that's all we can use. So I've taken most of my deer with either a muzzleloader or a shotgun because I don't own a bunch of land to hunt. So almost all of my hunting has been done on public land in Tennessee. And those places that I hunted were no rifles. So shotgun and muzzleloader only. So yes, that's not an absolute. There are places where you can hunt with rifles on public land, but a lot of the places around me, you can't. And it's shotgun only. Or muzzleloader. That's a good question. Oh yeah, deer meat for dinner. We were talking about earlier. Johnny says, what do you think about 6mm arc? I've got a video on it where we take it out to 1,000 yards. Very low recoil, very easy to take to 1,000. Oh, Jim, you're in Tennessee. Okay. Jim, well, let me finish this one first. 6mm arc, I think it's cool. If you want something that's pretty flat, pretty good ballistics, and like no recoil, 6mm arc is a good choice. A lot of the people in the long range competition stuff have switched over to 6mm arc because of that. Low recoil, good ballistics, you can take it out really far. But Jim, yeah, you're in Tennessee. There are a lot of places on the public land that's shotgun or muzzleloader only. Some places are even bow only in Tennessee, depending on where it's at. But if you go to the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency website, TWRA, they have all that on the website. So if you know a public land place that's near you, just look it up on the TWRA website, and it'll have all the regulations for that spot. David is in here, says, almost missed you. I'm here now. I appreciate the super chat. Appreciate you tuning in, David. Hope you're having a good week. Scrimicide, I haven't seen you in forever. In the comments, at least. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good week. Scrimicide says, we love WHOTEEWHO. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I really enjoy doing these lives and getting just to hang out with you guys. But I appreciate it. We do this every night when we do the premieres. But I really love these, just sitting out and hanging out and talking about whatever you want to talk about. Lazy, this is an interesting comment. You should join a hunt with the hunting public guys for those big bucks. I don't know any single one of those guys. But yeah, I would love to. That's one of the very few channels that I actually watch because they seem like a bunch of legit, nice guys that aren't trying to blow smoke on anybody. But yeah, that would be fun. That'd be a whole lot of fun. Ha! Big E. So I was saying that nobody watched the iguana hunt. Iguana hunt was not my cup of tea. Don't eat them. Don't want one as a pet. Sorry, missed you on that. Kill a pig. I'll watch you clean it and cook it. I get it. I get it. Just another says, I would almost blame that on the algorithms. That one never popped up on my feed. Talking about the iguanas. I don't know. Maybe so. Maybe so. What else you guys talking about? Well, so taking that a little bit further, so doing this as a science, like to get to trick the computer to get views, it's really wild because if it doesn't pop up in people's feed and they don't get the notifications, then the view count goes really low. But why I thought it would do good, because the guy we hunted with, he has the exact same video on his channel getting like millions of views. So in my mind, it's like we're doing a similar video and there's not that many people filming it. That video is going to get 1 million views, and it got like 6,000 views or something. When normally the videos get a lot more than that. I mean, we could go take a BB gun out to the range and it would probably get more views than that iguana hunting video, which makes no sense to me. But it's all a crazy, it's a crazy game to get views on YouTube. What else you guys talking about? American Patriot says, now I'm going to go watch that iguana video. What else you guys talking about? Yaharo says, we love you because you are real. I appreciate that big time. I'm just a regular old dude. Regular old dude. What else you guys talking about? I'm catching up in the comments again. I stopped for too long and get to rambling. I'll answer that one. Most expensive Bing Bang, Barrett M99. They cost $4,000. Long story short, I told my wife, this is 3 years ago, I'm trying to have a big YouTube channel. You got to have a 50 BMG to get a lot of views. A couple weeks ago, I went through and added up all the. So long story short, you make a video. Ad companies, you see the little game ad at the beginning popped up. Those people paid for that ad space. I went back and added up all the ad revenue from all of the 50 BMG videos I've ever made, which is like 100. And all the ad revenue in the past 3 years has not even been enough to pay for that. So 50 BMG, I probably need to sell it because it's not worth having it. But yeah, Barrett M99 50 BMG. Nutty says, WHOTEEWHO can hit a 6-inch plate at 100 yards with a Sky 9mm. Saw him do it. Hey, that's a fact. It's on video. Robert, no question is a dumb question. There you go. Randall's my buddy. Randall says, Brandy, me too. I've hunted with WHOTEEWHO. He's just like me, plain as dirt. Did I miss Randy's comment in there? Randy says, I know Adam, he speaks the truth. Hey, that's a fact. I know Randy, I know Randall. Buddies of mine. What else you guys talking about? Just another Patriot says, I appreciate the super chat. That really means a lot. This is why we donate. Glad to invest in someone worth their weight and something towards some hearing aids, maybe. I appreciate that big time. That really means a lot. That really means a whole lot. Ah, man. Nate says, you ever shoot 180 grain Federal 350 Legend? Maybe. No. I don't think so. Most of my 350 Legend ammo. Oh, wait, no, I take it back. I did. Federal non-typical, I think is what it was called. Federal non-typical 180 grain, I think. But most of my 350 Legend ammo is Winchester because it's a Winchester made round. So when it came out and I got into getting the ammo for it, a lot of my ammo is Winchester. But I'm 99% sure we filmed several videos with the federal stuff in the 350 Legend ammo test and stuff. Scott says, why shotgun only? Talking about on public land. So in theory, shotgun only or muzzle loader only, it's not going to travel very far. Like shotgun slugs and muzzle loaders, after 200 yards, they've pretty much lost all their energy. So in theory, it greatly reduces the risk of like negligence, whereas a centerfire round might go a mile and potentially hurt somebody if there's a knucklehead out in the woods not being real smart or safe. Even if it's a shotgun or a muzzleloader round and somebody's not necessarily hunting in the safe direction, then the round's going to lose its energy. That's really the thought behind it. And there are quite a few hunting places that I know of where you could be hunting like 150 yards from somebody's house on public land. So those type of places are generally shotgun only. If that makes sense to you. There's a place where we whitetail hunted this year. There's a video of it. It's called Smoke Pole versus Whitetail. We filmed a muzzleloader video a couple months ago in deer season. That place where I was firing from, there's a house probably within 200 yards of where I took the shot. Behind me, I was aiming in the completely opposite direction, but I was hunting on public land that's right next to, I guess you could say, somewhat of a neighborhood that's behind me. So kind of like that. Arnold, I appreciate the super chat. Arnold says, one day I would like to see a hunt with a rifle caliber pistol, such as. So I've tried. If you go back and check out some of the older videos, we've got a 350 Legend revolver, 450 Bushmaster revolver. Those are kind of in the ballpark, same thing as a TC Contender. Every time I've taken one, I haven't seen a single deer, believe it or not. I just had it. You give me ideas for videos. But I absolutely want to too. So stay tuned. I will do my best to film that. More videos on them and hunting videos when we get back to deer season. But I appreciate you big time, Arnold. David Nichols says, for the ammo fund. David's another one I see in the chat all the time, every single night, and commenting on the videos. I appreciate you big time, David. Always tuning in. What else you guys talking about? Mark says, how many videos have you lost to YouTube jail? I really am not sure of that. A lot of times they won't delete it. They'll put it in, they'll demonetize it, and when they demonetize it, they shove it under the rug and it doesn't get any views. I got 2,000 videos. Off the top of my head, YouTube has only deleted, I say 2,000. I think right now it's 1,700 something. I think in 1,700 some videos, YouTube has only deleted 2 of my videos. And out of 1,700, there's probably maybe 150 that are in demonetized status and don't get any views anymore. But I still leave them up because people can go back and look at them, whatever. What else you guys talking about? Nope. I don't have any 280s. I need to because we need videos on everything. But Rosso says BB gun versus 30-06. What else you guys talking about? Jeffrey says, you're just a regular dude. I'm just a regular dude, I'm telling you. David, appreciate the super chat. David hasn't been shooting much because it's trout season. When I was in Florida 2 weeks ago, we did some fishing, and I absolutely loved it. I hadn't been fishing in a while. We also did a fishing video. Nobody watched that one either. I say nobody watched it. I know a bunch of you guys who watch all the videos watched it. But in the grand scheme of things, that was the lowest watched video in over a year. The second lowest watch was the iguana hunting video. So I probably won't be making any fishing videos because they didn't get any views. But I mean, I know there's thousands of other people making fishing videos and probably a lot better fishing videos than I would make. But I love fishing. Reno says, have you tried Barnes? Yeah. Off the top of my head, I did some. The last ones. Oh wait, Barnes. I had Burger on the brain. Barnes. Yeah. I've got some Barnes and probably 5 or 6 different cartridges. We got some Barnes in the 6.5 Grendel coming up, so stay tuned for that. Timothy says, what's that guitar behind you? That is actually a Squire, pretty low budget electric, but I play guitar. M. Jasper says, can you show us your scope mounting techniques? No. And here's why. Because, and this is some screwy stuff that you guys don't care about either, but you asked me, so I'm going to tell you. The YouTube people are always changing their rules, and now that is per their guidelines. That is a modification of a firearm, so I'm not allowed to show that anymore. I used to do that in videos all the time. Here's a new bing bang. Here's the scope. Let's put it on together. I'll show you how I do it. I used to do that. I actually had to delete a bunch of videos that showed that because that's now against the YouTube rules. Believe that or not. Pretty goofy, huh? Stuff we got to deal with just to make these videos. Nick says, if money was no object, where would you like to hunt and what species would you want to take? Montana elk hunting is what I would tell you. I hunted with my buddy Clayton out there 3 years ago, almost now, and got a mule deer, and it was absolutely the best, most fun hunting trip I've ever been on. And I haven't got an elk yet. So there you go. Elk in Montana. What else you guys talking about? I got to catch up to the chat. Y'all talking about trout fishing in there. Marty says they're lost not watching that video. Yeah, in that iguana video, I literally jump in the ocean and grab a live iguana with my bare hands, like a 5-foot iguana. I jump off a boat in the ocean and grab that iguana. One of my most favorite video memories. I appreciate you, Marty. What else you guys talking about? Hey, I finally caught up. You ever hunt gators? Stacy says, nope. I would love to, but I never have. But hey, I've been on here for an hour and a half. I absolutely appreciate it. I think I got to jump off quick because I got to stay up all night tonight and edit some videos. Frank says, what happened to 338? It'll be back out soon. It was missing some of the audio tracks. So I had to re-edit it, but it'll be out this week. Rosso says you need to do Rumble. People tell me about Rumble all the time, but maybe I need to get over there. I'll look into it. But I appreciate everybody jumping in. I had a blast as always. New videos every day. Like I said, I got tons of videos coming out this week that I'm super excited about. Appreciate y'all big time. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Until tomorrow, the next video. Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all on the next one. Hoo-dee-hoo.